first, we thought it was the natives. Because no sane, prudent, moral man, a man of God, a fearing man of God, would do that to another human being. So at first, we thought it was the natives. But we knew the wiser. We knew the natives, well, we knew they never went to that valley. In all their lands, they stayed away from that valley. We knew it. But we knew no beast would do that. So we were trying to make reason. You know, the preacher, said it was the devil scorning us for our greed. You see, what those boys were doing in those mountains, so you heard of the 49ers. 1849, California gold rush. Yeah, that was the big one. Of course, there were many more. That's the only one that survived the time of history. But of course, this story takes place in Colorado. And its glory day was 58. 1858. Pikes Peak, Gold Rush, 1858, Colorado. Look that one up. There's a reason we won't find it. It won't be as readily available as the one in Colorado or California. It wasn't as big. Not as many people died. But of course, it's not a question of quantity. It's a question of circumstance. Illogical. Yeah, so preacher thought it was the devil. We joked with him. We said if it was the devil, how come them boys in California didn't end up like this? We only made that joke one time. The look in his eyes. You see, he was there because we knew people would die. There'd be accidents. And every God-fearing man deserves to have a proper burial. Even in a savage land like Colorado at the time. We joked, well, at least the preacher made $1 today. And then it was our turn. Our turn to seek our fortune or misfortune on account of what happened to those boys in the valley. Everything went smooth. Unless you include not finding gold as being smooth. We came back with all our limbs. Smooth enough. But we came back with something else. See, in the valley, we found a cave. We found something. Again, blame it on the natives. We just thought it was something that they left behind. But it wasn't gold. No, it wasn't gold. It looked like it. After being up for 72 hours, anything would look like gold. It smelled like copper. But according to a very smart man in San Francisco, when we finally gave it to him, he studied it, did tests. No, it wasn't copper. For the money we gave him, all he told us was it's metallic. I mean, hell, I could have told him that. You could have told him that. You hear it. I held on to it Why not? Came all that way, and what do they say? Never come back empty-handed. You know, I took it to a mathematician. Which is an odd thing to do. What would a piece of metal have to do with math? But somebody a little bit smarter than me says that shapes, perfect shapes, have to do with math. So I took it to Colorado University, Boulder. I already knew what I was going to tell them because I already knew what they were going to ask. Where'd you get it from? Sold them at an antique shop in San Francisco. And I was just praying that they wouldn't ask me which one. Had that one in my mind too. I was gonna tell them a Spanish name and then pray to God they didn't know Spanish. He looked at it, studied it, told me it was metallic. That was original. And he came back 2 days later and said it was perfect. He named it some shape. I can't remember how you say it. You got pentagon, hexagon, octagon. After that, I just say nineagon, tenagon, 12agon, I don't know. Some shape. And then he asked if he could keep it, and I said, hell no. Hell no. But then I eased that back because I had a question for him that I didn't want to be too rude. I wanted to ask him, how much do you think it's worth? And even more important, who do I sell it to? Maybe I'll sell it to you. He told me the price, and he said he would buy it. I don't like that. You should never let the buyer tell you what the price of the item that you're trying to sell to them. So I politely went back to California. And, excuse me. Well, I decided to keep it. By that time, it had traveled with me. Back then, if you go 100 miles, that is a journey of a lifetime. And I had gone more than 100 miles. So at this point, it became a good luck charm. So, here it is. And before you ask me, yes, It is metallic. And no, I don't remember the shape. And that's the story. That's it. You know, someone wants to do another experiment with it. A fella from New York City. He telegrammed me. Says he wants to hook it up to an electrical device and test its amperage, its ohms, its resistance, check its purity. He's on his way. He'll be here in about 6 days. You know, if the price is right, I might sell it to him. Or I might not. Yeah. That's my story of 58. I've got more stories, but I believe that is the most exciting thing that I did that year. But I did say that year. Take care. I'll be taking this hat. Thank you for this opportunity.